Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Phillip Davis, announced in the House today that the building was never insured and the contractor is liable for all of the damages. This after the building was destroyed by fire earlier this year. This caused a heated debate from members opposite, who during Monday's session of the House called on the government to, in their words, come clean on the matters concerning BAMSI. Janae Noel Ferguson is following House proceedings.
Deputy Prime Minister Phillip Davis laid out all of the documents in the House of Assembly Wednesday on the controversy surrounding the Bahamas Agricultural and Marine Science Institute, admitting that the contractor was in breach of the contract by not presenting an insurance certificate. And this, he confirmed, went unchecked by the Ministry of Works.
What the contractor did provide was only a quotation of cost from Royal Star Assurance for all risk insurance for a 6-month period from commencement of the project.
Now, the Works Minister contends that his ministry is now trying to determine who gave the advance mobilization payment for construction without the necessary documents, what intervention, if any, was made, and why the contract was allowed to continue without this vital requirement.
There was no reason to suppose that such an administrative error would be missed for so long. Beyond that, the public fully and rightly expects all government officials to be above reproach in protecting the public's interests.
The Deputy Prime Minister also tabled documents that showed the contractor, operating under Paradigm Construction, received some $2.6 million, or 20% of the building's total cost.
Estimates in hand target the reconstruction costs at around $5.5 million. The increased cost takes into consideration the cost to reconfigure the units, which has now been recommended, from single to double occupancy.
He also tabled documents from the contract that included the insurance quote, which he verified the contractor is now liable for.
Consequently, the net cost to government will be the cost of reconstruction less the expenditure for the structure destroyed by fire. That is to say, just under $3 million.
Opposition members charged that the Deputy Prime Minister misled the House by initially stating that the insurance had lapsed. They also allege that the instances of fraud are reportedly taking place within the Ministry of Works.
If fraudulent acts have been committed, and it would appear that it has, I believe that it requires a police investigation. Secondly, since the member has misled this House, he should do the honorable thing. Mr. Speaker, this is a sad day in the Parliament of the Bahamas.
But for the act of arsonist, the issue of this insurance would never have arisen. Would never have arisen.
And you notice that we're talking about that.
Yeah, I know. But I also say, Mr. Speaker, and so the member ought to check to see what was occurring under his watch.
Meanwhile, Chair of the Public Accounts Committee Hubert Chipman confirmed an investigation will take place on the BAMSI contracts. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.